Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is Elayne Ruane, and this is the teaser video for our paper, The Forgotten Margins of AI Ethics. So in this paper, we investigate what emerging trends, if any, there may be in the AI ethics literature. And specifically, we ask three questions. And the first is, when scholars discuss issues of fairness, ethics, and harm, is it done in an abstract manner, or is it grounded in applications, groups, contexts, and lived experiences? The second question is, do the authors mention particular disparities, such as groups or specific demographics that may be disproportionately negatively impacted by algorithmic systems? And the third is, do the authors explicitly name groups or demographics that are harmed, or do they refer to them indirectly or in an otherwise implied manner? And how we surveyed the literature was we read and annotated all papers published in the conference proceedings of both FACT and AIES over the past 4 years. And we annotated 526 papers across 3 measures that correspond with those previous 3 questions: concreteness, disparity, and explicitness or implicity. What we found was that the proportion of concrete papers varied quite a bit year over year, but overall FACT has accepted proportionally more concrete papers than AIES. And we may be seeing the beginning of a trend towards more strong and medium papers that really engage with disparate impacts in a meaningful way, and maybe in particular in the strong papers, make that discussion the primary focus of the paper. And in addition to that, and maybe related, is the decrease in the proportion of agnostic papers, papers that don't acknowledge any disparate harm from algorithmic systems. That's gone down from 61% in 2018 to just 29% in 2021. The majority of the weak papers that we annotated along the explicitness, implicity measure were using implicit measures. So they were not unambiguously naming groups that may be disproportionately harmed. But that looks very different for medium and strong papers, which were majority explicit. And we found of all the specific groups and communities and demographics that were explicitly named, by quite a large margin, race and gender were most often the studied and named demographics. And our review has shown there's a tendency for sort of abstract discussion, void of any kind of structural social factors, and certainly specific or potential harms. And I would encourage you to watch our presentation and certainly read our paper for a more in-depth discussion of the current state of the AI ethics field, as well as our interpretation of these results. Thank you very much.